Okay, so another day goes by and I meet someone who says, when I tell them what I do, I say I help horse related businesses, horseback riding schools make more money, make money with horses in the horse business. And he says, wow. Now, I've been in horses for 75 years. I've never made any money. It's not really possible. And it's interesting, that paradigm, right? And the best way for me to describe how I feel about this is, well, let me back up. So then, I ask, well, who were you using for horse business advice? And obviously nobody. All right, what was your strategy, right? Well, I was copying everybody else, right? And they also weren't financially successful. I'm like, well, imagine that. So you were copying a bunch of, unsuccessful people, and you were unsuccessful. And you didn't take any horse business classes or consultants or anything. So, but your conclusion is that let's call it $100 billion industry, that there is no financial opportunity in there. And your data point is that you and the people you knew were not successful. It's a lot of ego in there, right? If I can't do it, nobody can. Now, what I feel like, the best way to describe it is what a riding instructor would feel like in this hypothetical world, right? My audience is largely experts with horses, really good riders, really good trainers, really good instructors, but not good at business, So if that's you, imagine this. Imagine you woke up and you started meeting people who were awful with horses. That might be not big of a stretch for a lot of people, okay? They're awful with horses, and you talk to them, and they have this belief. They say, horses are untrainable. And you go, really? What do you mean horses are untrainable? Well, I've been riding for 50 years, and I get bucked off almost every single time. They're rude. They are dangerous. Every single one of them. It's impossible to train a horse. And you go, wow. Well, tell me more about what your experience with horses has been. And they say, yeah, I mean, it's awful. They're constantly heavy in the mouth. They don't really listen to what I do, but I just love it anyway. And I kept doing it. And you say, well, how important is it for you to be good with horses? And they say, oh, it's incredibly important. That's all I want. But I've come to the conclusion, I've tried and tried and tried. It's just not possible to train a horse. And here you are like, no, it's definitely possible, but you humor them. You say, awesome. Well, who was your trainer? What strategies are you using? And oh, never taken a lesson. And you're like, oh, surprise, surprise. So why haven't you taken a lesson? If it's important to you, why aren't you taking any lessons? So that is the world I live in, where there is a sea of horse business owners that believe it's not possible to make money in this $100 billion industry. And their data point are their friends who have literally never taken a lesson, never thought about it strategically, and have all copied the same broken model. So that's my thoughts for this morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Remember to hit subscribe.